these guys are both going to need to clean it up for some good pickle.
Did you say Yvonne?
Point.
No, it sounded like you called Jaume. I heard Yvonne. I don't know why.
Maybe I said Yvonne. Jaume played Yvonne in the first round.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, you said Yvonne, and I was like, who's he talking about?
1-0.
What kind of snack did you get between games?
Don't worry about it.
Side out.
All right, so we got the duper head-to-head. We got 59% win probability for Connor, just over a 7 duper, which is impressive.
Yeah, and Jaume 6.88, so both these guys are around 7. And
Great
wow,
drop shot
so
there.
Another drop there.
Clear strategy from Connor. If you can hit a drop shot that Jaume does not get
1-0.
It was a good drop shot.
Yeah, because Jaume's very quick.
Point.
Some guy almost ran on the court here. It was very close to, you know, we had to almost call security there right as the point was about to start. Did you see that, Zach?
2-0.
I think they wanted your autograph, Glenn.
The audacity. People have been coming over. It's been tough here to do the broadcast with all the young ladies coming over.
Jaume said, take that.
Zane's autograph. Everybody who's getting my autograph is asking for a friend.
Point.
Good deep serve there from Jaume.
Let's go. I'm rooting for Jaume, right? That's right, my 6-0. Let's go. 1-2, he's back.
1-2.
Oh, that's a beauty, and a beauty. Oh, wow.
Side out.
Again, a little drop shot there. It's not a bad strategy when you have to half volley the ball in singles. There's really not a ton you can do off of the half volley. So I think if we do see somebody picking the ball right up off the ground, it's normally going to be a conceding the kitchen to the other player.
Wow, that was beautiful.
Side out.
I'll agree, he was quick getting to that spot there. He was out of my field of view. We got kind of an interesting perspective here. There's like a curtain up in front of us to the right, and Jaume just came out from behind the curtain and put that ball away. It's even more pronounced for Zane, who's sitting to my right.
Connor, once he has a above the net backhand, you can almost say goodnight on that point. He is pretty clearly the best backhand in pro singles, I would say. The passing shots that he's able to hit with that two-hander are second to none.
Connor, you're talking about.
Yeah, what did I say?
I just didn't hear the beginning, so I wanted to make sure. But yeah, I saw Connor play at an APP tournament in Sacramento the first time, and somebody told me, oh, he's the up-and-coming guy. And he was playing with a guy named Derek Shearer. Do you know Derek?
Yeah.
And I saw Derek. I'm like, wham, Connor just left you in the dust, buddy. You know? Anyway, yeah, that Tui that he had. And I was actually able to play with him at a place called Piccadilly, which is a place in Southern Cal where a lot of the pros are able to practice. And it was fun to play against him. But yeah, he can do anything with that Tui, as they call it now.
Nice shot
there you go.
Jaume
says, yeah, you got drop volleys, I got drop volleys.
It'll be interesting to see how these guys start to adjust here for that drop volley. They're both using it twice over the course of the 3 points that have been scored.
Side out.
These guys are so effortless. You know, they get to a ball that, as Zane has pointed out many times today, that I would have just given up on. And they just kind of float over and hit a nice little drop shot back in the kitchen.
2-1.
Ooh,
side out.
That would have been a winner. Jaume was guessing line.
One, two. Side out.
Nice shot there from Connor. Good coverage. Drop shot is 5 for 5, it looks like.
5 for 5. 5 for 5. Similar to you know what, but I won't say.
I think Jaume was a little bit more on at that time. Had a good look. it's just tough to adjust a strategy that, you know, a lot
Point.
of players don't normally utilize the drop shot.
3-1.
Yeah, well, it says
Point.
a lot about the players here, right? That they've noticed and said, hey, we're on these pickleball roll courts, and so we know the ball's not bouncing as high. We're going to go to some drop volleys, which are much more likely to
4-1.
be successful than they would on a standard pickleball court.
Oh,
Point.
Jaume is not going to be excited about that one. He had everything that he wanted there. But it is so impressive that, you know, the drop volley is not really a shot that much of us practice very often. Definitely creeping back into the singles
5-1.
game more than ever. But the ability to hit these shots that you don't practice a ton just because the conditions have
Side
changed
out.
is pretty impressive.
Yeah, well, the thing is, too, at your level, right, those are going to be even less successful
1-5.
because, you know, you're playing against young, fast guys all the time, right?
That's a blistering forehand right there.
Guys I play against, even if they're younger guys, they're not fast like pro level, or should I say quick?
2-5.
Because quick is different than fast. You
Quick
know
is
that,
different
right?
than fast.
Beauty. Wow, that was
That's
a nice
a nice
one.
shot.
Point.
The interesting and important part about a drop shot is when it is used, and it's not used incredibly commonly,
3-5.
the threat of it is the most important part of a drop shot. Oh, he had a good opportunity there. And so
Side out.
what I mean by that is if Jaume knows that Connor is looking to hit drop shots off of those volleys, he's instinctually going to be a little bit further
5-3.
inside the court. And so if Connor does decide to do something else and hit
Side
that
out.
ball
Oh, we may
deep,
get our first
I saw that.
challenge here.
Yeah.
He's gonna, I think he's gonna
Side
challenge,
out.
but I don't know.
think that's
3-5.
good
Side
defense
out.
up there.
Yeah, I mean, almost every point here is a good point, right? It's really a great match to watch. And we've got a ball that went underneath the table again. It's not back here. It's basically right in front of us, which is why I'm narrating it. And we've got a volunteer.
It's not back here.
Hey, they found the ball. Hallelujah.
Jaume letting everybody know that it's not his problem, which is accurate. That's not his problem.
5-3.
It's just so tough. I mean, it's such a good
Point.
volley against most players, but Connor with that two-hander is able to curl around the outside of the ball, and it's tough to see there
6-3.
is just how much side spin that actually has. That ball without side spin was probably
Side
going to
out.
go 6 inches wide, but he's able to curl that in and around Jaume on that shot using that left hand.
3-6.
Tried to do
Point.
the same thing there on the four. Kind of like
Point.
a tennis tiebreaker, right? So both players getting a first server and a second server in singles could be interesting.
7-4.
And I'll explain my reasoning in a second.
Side out.
In the case of the third game or the 15-pointer, there's a clear advantage to being able to serve first, right? You get to serve
4-7.
first, and it's not like in doubles where, okay, you get one and they get two, and it just keeps going, right?
Side out.
This is true. You could have an imbalance there, an extra opportunity to serve, which doesn't occur in the other
7-4.
in mixed doubles or gender doubles.
Point.
Or how about this? Instead, you just, if the other person got the first
8-4.
serve in a game like that, you get an extra serve at the end, even if they got to 15. I guess then they could go to 16. Ooh, beautiful point.
Good
Side
defense
out.
there. Connor with a really, really good ATP. Again, able to curl around the outside of the ball, curve it in, and right into Jaume's paddle. Guys are getting so good at defending ATPs these days.
And unusually there, Jaume was so far back in the court on that, which is smart.
Side out.
Yeah, so in singles, in present conditions
8-4.
excluded, we are knowingly hitting balls where we are giving our opponents ATPs. And so there's a real cat and mouse of, is my opponent going to go for the open ATP that I'm most likely defending, or are they going to flip it back across court over the net, even when they have the ATP?
Point.
So you're saying
Game point.
you're hitting an ATP, you're giving them an ATP opportunity on purpose?
There are times
10-4.
where I'm giving an ATP.
Side
There are
out.
times that I'm giving an ATP, but it's going to be so difficult for them to hit that I feel like I'm in a good enough position to defend it.
Got it.
And there are times where I have an ATP opportunity that I choose not to
4-10.
hit, and I go to the open court.
Because
Side out.
I've always said in general that, hey, if somebody's hitting an
Game
ATP,
point.
someone else, likely made a mistake. They hit a ball too wide, gave them that opportunity that they didn't mean to.
10-4.
But
Really good drop shot, giving your opponent the opportunity to hit an ATP. Previously, giving an
Side
ATP
out.
was kind of a death sentence for the
Game
point. If
point.
your opponent hits an ATP, point's over. Now players are so good at defending it, and when I'm hitting an ATP, where am I? I'm all the way off the court.
Right.
If you defend it, you have the
10-4.
entire court to work with.
and not every ATP is an easy one to hit either, right? There's plenty. I mean, I saw Ben Johns hit the post the other day. Wow.
Oh, just
Side
barely off. He almost fought that off. Great hands there by Jaume.
4-10.
Ah. And Jaume takes a swing at that ball.
What an eye.
We've all done that, right?
Point.
Like, never was going to hit the ball, but just for fun, took a swing through it.
5-10.
I saw Riley Newman, I think, do that one time, and in doing it, his paddle went over the net. So and they gave him a violation for crossing the plane of the net.
What is that, the old F around and find out?
Yeah, exactly. All right, Jaume's coming
6-10.
back a little bit here. It's narrowing the gap. Ooh.
Side out.
And
It's all right, you
as
have to send it.
Game
you
point.
do. You need to go for your serves and singles. Write that down, people.
10-6.
Wow.
Oh, good defense there. A little
11-6.
Tournaments are a fun and exciting way to grow your game. Connect with other players and stay active in the welcoming pickleball community. Whether you're a seasoned player or looking to try your first tournament, we have a place for you.
kitchen points that we all love, so good stuff. What does Jaume need to do differently at the start of
0-0.
game 2 here?
I wish that I'd been watching closer so that I could answer that question.
Yeah, I have no idea
Point.
either.
You know what? I mean, Connor's playing amazing, right? I mean, that's really what this story is of this match so far. I mean, I think he's made almost no unforced errors.
1-0.
Jaume's playing well. Just Connor's, I mean, lately one of the top guys. I
Point.
mean, he won a gold recently.
Yeah, I mean, once again, you have to differentiate between issues in execution and issues in strategy. Right now, Connor's
2-0.
executing well. Jaume isn't executing as well as he would like. I don't know if he's making any
Side out.
strategical errors right now. There's nothing obvious to us. He's just got to clean it up a little bit.
0-2. Point.
Great serve. Once again, what you can't see from the broadcast is just how heavy that serve was and how much arc it had on it, making it really, really tough to return.
1-2.
think Jaume shanked that a little bit. It was not a particularly clean hit, but he got away with it.
Got you. Well, Connor certainly had a good laugh. He was just kept pointing at Jaume, going,
Two,
hey, yeah,
two.
you did that. Wow, and Connor stayed
Point.
back. I think that's the first time all match he's done that.
3-2.
Nice shot there by Connor.
Side out.
Jaume getting a little unlucky there with the ball sitting up from the net. He had to cover the line there and gave Connor the opportunity to hit that little dink angle cross court.
Side out.
It's a rare miss from Connor on the Tui Nation. He's got the hat and everything. He's got the Tui Nation hat.
Wow.
3-2.
Well, given you're
Point.
one of the players that uses both a two-hander and a one-hander, and fairly equally, I would say, would you agree it's great to just have both, be able to hit both the one-hander when you need it and the two-hander when you need it?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I think the future generations
4-2.
of pickleball players are going to have both. That's an absolutely incredible get.
Timeout
Jaume is
receiver,
pissed
5-2.
because the ball did not bounce whatsoever, and he somehow fought it off on that shot and then came back to win that point. The
Time in. 5-2.
So in the
Point.
pro singles game, from the baseline, a two-handed backhand is almost a necessity here. Not too many players having success without it.
6-2.
Tyson McGuffin being the main exception there.
What about Ben Johns?
Ben is working on a two-hander. He's
Point.
traditionally played more of that cat and mouse game. He's added two-handed backhand passes to his repertoire as well. It's not his, it's certainly not his strongest shot. I would say it's probably his weakest shot, but it's at least now a threat.
7-2.
Is he hitting those though? I mean, my feeling is when he gets a backhand, he's looping a little cat and mouse shot.
Side out.
I can't remember him hitting
He's
hardly
primarily
any two-handed backhand.
He's primarily coming in with one-handed chips or little two-handed rolls cross court.
2-7.
It's still not a shot that he's particularly comfortable with, but he's adding.
Gotcha. Well, I
Side
figured
out.
you were talking about needing that two-hander for the passing shot, right? So that you're not having to run around your backhand, but that you're able to hit a passing shot that's just as deadly as your forehand
7-2.
is.
Yeah, I mean, I would say that
Point.
if you're an up-and-coming player, and you don't have a two-handed backhand in singles, you got to start working on that.
Yeah,
8-2.
100% agree. Yeah, I'm not arguing that point at all.
That's a nice little shot there.
Side out.
Well, here's something you may not know. Ben Johns, when he first played singles, came on the scene, hit both a left-handed forehand and a
2-8.
right-handed forehand. Oh, that's a beauty. Did it go in?
Nice
Side
shot.
out.
I think he got it. Ben didn't do that for very long, though. Colin did that for a long time. Colin did that.
Did he?
Colin still does that.
Oh, wow.
I think Ben screwed around with it, but he
8-2.
didn't do it for very long with the one-handed lefty forehand.
Okay. Well, I'm just aware that he did it.
That's a nice shot.
And
That's a very
Side
good
out.
we
job.
talked about Jordan Briones earlier of Briones Pickleball. And anyway, he actually beat him, I believe, in the 2017 pro singles at Nationals.
Dang.
2-8.
And he hit both forehand off both sides.
Great athleticism there.
See how Jaume, he didn't go for that last ball there because he wanted to conserve his energy for the next point?
Hey, he was just cooked.
And you know what backs that up is an age-old expression, which is discretion is the better part of valor. I'm sure you use that all the time.
Yeah. When I'm talking with the homies, we're just
3-8.
discretion is the
this,
better part of
discretion
valor.
that,
Comes up in daily conversation.
yeah. Oh, and that went wide.
Point.
Well,
Connor got away with one there. Jaume's not stoked with himself. Good open court there, but still not an easy shot.
4-8. All right, game 3. Looks likely here.
Side out.
Duper probability of a game 3.
Right now, 75% chance it goes 3 right now.
All right, I'll say 65%. Not sure how we parse that out.
8-4.
Oh, might have given him a generous call. Oh, that's a beauty.
Connor's all over it. He almost overran it, actually.
Hey, technically he went in the kitchen there too. Watch this. Watch, see? Oh, kitchen
It
violation.
bounced. You know he's allowed to go in after it bounces.
Oh, did it bounce? Oh, sorry.
9-4.
It wouldn't have been anyway, obviously, but I was just having some fun there. Well, 9-4. I'm going to go up to your 75%.
Side out.
75% you're comfortable with? I mean,
75%
Connor is the type of
duper
guy
probability.
that can take the paddle out of your hand. He can get hot for another 30 seconds and this match is over.
Hey, you're the one that said 75%. I'm just arguing your point. Are you cold, by the way?
5-9.
It's a little chilly in here. I'm all right.
Wow.
Great stab there from Connor, coming out of nowhere.
See, that's where I feel like it was almost programmed, where he's just going this way, then to that side, and that side. If he just goes behind him there, it's like, you know.
6-9.
Sure, but a lot of times people will fake as if they're going to go cover the full court, stay put. Wow. That's just absolutely too good. Connor got beat at his own game there with the two-y.
So casual in that get, though, right? I looked at that ball, and I'm like, oh, nobody can get that. And he just casually took a step or two and was right there and hit a nice shot. Ooh, that was a beauty.
Nice shot.
There. He's still there.
6-10.
A rare two-handed drop there from Connor. A little interesting. I don't think we've seen that all day. He goes for that that cross-court angle, but not normally as a drop.
7-10.
We
Side
got
out.
the photographer again in ATP territory there.
Game point.
He's too close. He's just too close.
Yeah, that's a...
But he is in the
spot.
lotus position,
10-7.
so I feel like he would handle being hit in a zen manner.
Great deep serve.
Side out.
Looks like Jaume is all right.
And as Howard Cosell once said, down goes Jaume. All right, about 3 of you out there will get it and are enjoying that right now.
Yeah,
The
you're going to
rest
have to
of you-
explain that one to me. Actually, I don't want you to explain that one to me.
All right. I will, though.
7-10.
Yeah, that's too tough. Just, I mean, I like the drop shot there, but just sat it up a little bit too much.
Yeah, too high, too high. Not as high as, not as low as he wanted it. And great thing to do in pickleball is hold that ball till the last second if you can,
8-10.
so that you don't give any indication of where they're hitting the ball. Oh, that's bad. And I meant plane ticket, just so
9-10.
that we're clear what you just agreed to.
Oh, we're back.
Shoot, 10-10. What happened to your little 75% probability? My 65%
It has gone
probability.
down to about
10-10.
33%.
Wow.
Wow, and he reads it right.
God. So sad that we might not
Match
have
point.
a game 3. I don't think enough people, too, just hit it right at
11-10.
the person in those kind of situations, right? Because almost nobody's looking for a ball that's coming right at you.
Ah, it's a fitting way to finish it.
Wow.
Great pass down the line. Really good stuff. Jaume is going to be not stoked that he couldn't finish that one, but Connor did just what we said. He took the paddle out of Jaume's hands.